Canada is facing significant political instability following the unexpected resignation of Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland. Her departure sent shockwaves through the country, leaving many Canadians worried about the future. Freeland, a key figure in Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's cabinet, was known for her steady hand. Her resignation comes amidst escalating tensions with the United States, fueled by President Trump's tariff threats. This aggressive trade tactic has put immense pressure on the Canadian economy. The timing of Freeland's resignation has fueled speculation about a potential rift within the Trudeau government. Her departure leaves a significant void in Canadian politics at a time when strong leadership is needed. The heart of the current crisis lies in the escalating trade war between Canada and the United States. President Trump, known for his protectionist trade policies, has long accused Canada of unfair trade practices, particularly in the automotive and dairy sectors. He has repeatedly threatened to impose heavy tariffs on Canadian goods entering the U.S. market, using this as leverage to renegotiate trade deals in America's favor. The most recent point of contention is the proposed 25% tariff on all Canadian imports. This sweeping tariff, if implemented, would have a devastating impact on the Canadian economy, affecting industries ranging from manufacturing and agriculture to technology and services. Trump argues that these tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and businesses from what he perceives as unfair competition from Canada. He has repeatedly accused Canada of taking advantage of the United States in trade deals, using inflammatory rhetoric to rally support for his aggressive trade tactics. The Canadian government views these tariffs as an attack on their economy and a threat to the long-standing partnership between the two nations. The prospect of a 25% tariff on all Canadian goods has sent shockwaves through the Canadian economy. Economists warn of dire consequences, predicting job losses, business closures, and a significant decline in economic growth. Canada, with its export-oriented economy, is heavily reliant on trade with the United States, its largest trading partner. The tariffs would disproportionately affect key Canadian industries, such as automotive manufacturing, lumber, and agriculture. These industries rely heavily on exports to the U.S. market, and the tariffs would significantly increase the cost of their products, making them less competitive. This could lead to factory closures, layoffs, and a ripple effect throughout the Canadian economy. The Canadian dollar has already weakened against the U.S. dollar in anticipation of the tariffs, making imports more expensive for Canadian businesses and consumers. This will likely fuel inflation, further eroding the purchasing power of Canadians. The uncertainty surrounding the tariffs has also made businesses hesitant to invest and expand, further dampening economic activity. A troubled history, the Canada-US relationship. The current trade dispute is the latest chapter in the long and complex history between Canada and the United States. Despite being close allies and neighbors, the two countries have a history marked by both cooperation and conflict. From the early days of British colonialism to the present, the relationship has been characterized by a mix of interdependence and rivalry. Canada's historical development has been deeply intertwined with that of the United States, both geographically and economically. However, this proximity has also led to periods of tension and disagreement, particularly over trade and economic issues. Canada has often struggled to assert its independence and protect its interests in the face of its powerful southern neighbor. The two countries have a long history of trade disputes, dating back to the 19th century. These disputes have often centered around issues of tariffs, market access, and resource management. While the two countries have generally enjoyed a peaceful relationship, there have been moments of heightened tension, particularly during periods of economic uncertainty. Political fallout. A nation divided. Freeland's resignation has sent shockwaves through Canadian politics, deepening the crisis surrounding the tariff dispute with the United States. Her departure has fueled speculation about divisions within the Trudeau government and led to calls for the Prime Minister's resignation. They point to Freeland's resignation as evidence of the government's mishandling of the crisis and call for a more assertive stance against U.S. pressure. The opposition parties have seized on the opportunity to criticize the government's handling of the situation, accusing Trudeau of weakness and indecision. They have called for a vote of no confidence in the government, seeking to capitalize on the current political instability and force an early election. Public opinion is also divided, with some Canadians supporting Trudeau's efforts to negotiate a resolution, while others believe he should take a tougher stance against the United States. The uncertainty surrounding the situation has led to anxiety and frustration among Canadians, further polarizing the political landscape.